Did Islay need another distillery? Welcome back to Whisky Wins with me, Stuart. Today we're going to unbox a recent whisky delivery. Now I have been, I've kind of halted a lot of my spending. I've not spent as much as I have in previous years. Thought I'd try and get the loud bit over right at the start. But I decided to buy 2 new bottles. One on a recommendation, and also because it's an inaugural release, and the other is a blend that I've been wanting to buy more of, blends, and also it's to support the distillery as one of the Tabes members and a friend of mine, Ryan. He is the distillery manager. So therefore I want to show my support, and also I've got a lot of faith in him, and it's got his name on it, which is brilliant. I believe it's the first bottle with his name on it, so it is a small batch release. It's a blended scotch, so it's got grain in there, it's got malt in there, it's got Ryan's name. I don't know if you're able to see it, but it's got his name on the side of the bottle, which is pretty cool. It's non-chill filtered, there's no added colouring, and it's 11-year-old. So I'm looking forward to getting my hands into this at some point. Ryan's a big fan of kind of old school traditional malts, and also old school blends. So hopefully this will somewhat replicate that. Anyhow, so that's just a bottle that I bought. It was £42. I bought these both from Kinnaird Head Whiskies. You should check them out if you haven't. I also got this Ardnahoe from them. It's the inaugural release, 5-year-old, and it's the bottle that I'm going to open and review today. I normally like taking my time, opening a bottle, getting involved with it and getting to know it. It sounds kind of cringy, but before I review it and taking some notes. But yeah, this is fresh, it's new, it's exciting. It's the 9th distillery on Islay, or at least the 9th operating distillery. I'm not sure if Port Ellen's actually, I don't think Port Ellen's actually started yet. I could be wrong, but anyway, it's definitely the 9th if my math is right. I'm going to pop this to make it a little bit easier. It's a 5-year-old. The owners are Hunter Lane. They're Glasgow based. They were part of Douglas Lane and then they split, and they own independent bottlers, the predominantly independent bottlers, and obviously now they've got their own distillery. They're like sort of old malt cask as Hunter Lane, and they bottle everything at 50%, which is in line with this. This is also 50%. I have recently killed 2 bottles, so I decided to treat myself to 2 new bottles and kind of open bottles, open a new bottle. So yeah, 50%. It's got a 5-year-old age statement on there. The first impressions of the bottle, I quite like it. I think it's aesthetically pleasing. I like the simplistic logo, but I also like the black and kind of. I'm not a design person, but I like the boldness of the black and the white and gold. I think it kind of pops, and yeah, the foil seal's pretty cool as well. The design on that. Anywho, enough about the design, the bottle, and me just rambling. The first part of this video was a long, long intro. So yeah, £70 for this, which for an inaugural release could be seen as a little high. However, they've waited, they haven't just released it 3-year-old, which a lot of distilleries would have and have done. And also they've released it at £70, which I don't think it's mental pricing. It's probably in line with some other distilleries like Rassay, Lindors, King's Barnes. I think King's Barnes might have been a little bit cheaper. Kudos to them, I think it's a good price. I think there's 70,000 bottles or something globally, so it is a huge inaugural release, so hopefully loads of them will get opened and there won't be a lot of flipping. So we'll get that pop. Now get it right next to the mic. You might hear Jura barking because the postman is just about to come, so, or postwoman. beautiful. Yeah, we'll get this poured. It's an 8 doors glass as well, just promoting 8 doors through and through. I'm definitely not paid for or bought for. Maybe a conflict of interest, Ryan being a close friend, but no. Anyway, let's get down to this Ardnahoe. So, yeah, it's straight out of the bottle, the neck pour. I'm not giving it really time to open up, but hopefully I'll give a decent review. Right off the nose, I'm getting like fruit salad sweets. Those little, I believe they're rectangular sweeties, quite chewy. There's oven baked or like roasted, or there's sweet potatoes. My fiance does a lot of wedges, sweet potato wedges in the oven, and that's kind of like what this is smelling like. The peat's definitely there. That's quite evident, which I'm surprised at. I sometimes struggle to identify peat on the nose. I always get it on the palate, but I struggle to identify it on the nose. I wonder what the ppm is. It says it's matured in a combination of ex-bourbon and Oloroso sherry. There's a gentle or subtle smoke. There's a lot of spice, kind of like cloves and black pepper. Maybe like a little bit of cashew nuts with a kind of salty drizzle over the top. I don't think drizzle's the right word. A salty spread. That doesn't sound very appetising. Salted cashew nuts would probably have been a better way to phrase that. Yeah, salted cashew nuts, probably some ash or something like that. It's actually, this box is, I just realised how much this is in the way. It's actually quite complex in the nose, very strong nose. Not strong ABV wise, but strong as in performing. Yeah, fantastic. I've got no quarrels about that at all. If this does change dramatically down the bottle, I will certainly review it, re-review it. But yeah, we'll see how that goes anyway. Palate, see what we've got there. Oh, I've not had peated whiskey for ages. God. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. Yeah. I can't stop smiling and laughing. I don't know how long since I've had peat. Probably the last thing I had was at Kilkerran. God, this is good. I'm enjoying it. It's a nice mouthfeel, a little oily. There's like a kind of a sweet chili jam. There's some there's like a fizziness to it, like fizzy cola bottles. There's leather. There's like soil. There's like a bit of dark chocolate digestive biscuit. Like I say, you get that little bit of dark chocolate, and you've also got this little maltiness, this kind of digestive biscuit element. It's quite spicy as well, just similar to the nose. There's a little bit of spice to it. The heat from the ABV. This is 50%. No, it's not. I mean, I'm just back from, we run a Volkswagen festival called Volksfling, and I'm just back from that, so I've not had a lot of alcohol over the weekend because we are working there, we're running it. Once the bar closes and that, we can have a few after it. But yeah, I've not had a lot of alcohol, so this is my first whiskey in a little bit of time, and it does not drink like a 50%. I don't want to use the word smooth to describe it, but it's just quite easy going. It seems like this could be a real sipper. Almost a daily, not a daily dram, but just quaffable. It seems like this would be a bottle I would probably go through quite quick. So yeah, then there's more peat in the palate for sure, just as there was in the nose. Maybe a little bit of ginger, something gingery there, and I think that's probably all I can pick out for now on the palate. So still quite, it's complex for sure. We've had that kind of there's an amalgamation of the sweetness and the bitterness and the peat, and it does very well. It ties together. Maybe a bit of raisins, on the granola and raisins cereal for some reason is what I'm thinking of. Maybe something like that in the palate as well. The finish is medium to long. I don't think it's terribly long. So yeah, I would say medium to long. There's some kind of caramelized sugar. There's a lot of bitterness in the finish. A lot of peat, a lot of an earthiness, and a lot of the spice coming along that was in the palate, was in the nose as well, that spice. So the spice and the peat, pretty much consistent throughout this dram. It's I do not go for inaugural releases that often. I think the last inaugural release I got was the Loch Lee, and I actually gave it to Stevie because he wanted it. So I don't tend to chase after inaugural releases, but for some reason something pulled me towards this, and I asked the guys at Canary Head Whiskies, I said, like, genuinely, without trying to sell me the bottle, what do you think of it? And I believe one of them had it and said it was quite good, quite solid, and one of the other boys who went to a tasting, he also said that it was a decent dram, so I thought it would be worth the £70, and yeah, we'll get down to the review and get down to the conclusion. Did Islay need another distillery? Yes. This should go places, and I hope it goes places. I hope this goes from strength to strength and the price stays relatively affordable, because I think 5-year-old £70 is a little expensive, but they've not taken the mick, and they've not tried to overcharge. So yeah, it needed another distillery, especially one that is going to provide whiskey like this. So yeah, I've enjoyed it. I think you can tell that, even just first impressions. I wouldn't mind, like I say, if it does change, I'll do another review, but for now we'll rate it the way it is, and this is only a neck pour, which is great. So the 3 ways that I rate my whiskies on, would I buy it again, do I think it's worth it, and would I recommend it? I'm just going to say that all 3 are a yes. I think £70 is worth it. I think they're bold to put the 5-year on there. That's quite reassuring to see. It's non-chill filtered, no ID colour, it's 50% ABV. What I've tried so far has been worth the £70. I don't feel hard done by. Would I buy it again? Yes, definitely. I feel like I'm going to go through this very quickly, so I might even just get a backup for the sake of it. And would I recommend it? Yeah. This is, like I said, I've not had peat in a while. I've had a little bit of peat fatigue, but God, this is good. So it's 3 out of 3. I'm really enjoying it, or I've really enjoyed what I've poured. So yeah, it's a Whisky Win. Thanks for watching. I've been Stuart. This has been Whisky Wins. I'll see you later.